Hello guys! In today's video I'll be ranking every single Total Drama season from worst to best on my personal opinion. This is a video that I was planning to make in a long time but didn't have the chance to, but now I can and I will make it. Hope you enjoy it and let's get right into it. We first begins with the worst Total Drama season, and this is between Total Drama All-Stars and Pakatu Island. The reason for this is because the both seasons had a bad concept, the both seasons had a bad cast, and in the both seasons the villains were lame. But since we need to find one season to be the worst one, this definitely goes to Total Drama All-Stars. The reason is because, as I already said, the season had a pretty bad concept and pretty bad cast, and it just sucked at all. Compared to the other Total Drama seasons, this season is just mediocre. Nothing in that season impressed me. Seriously, the contestants were getting destroyed, the challenges were just ridiculous, it was just a big mess. But I think that what I hated the most in this season is that they destroyed the original characters and the new ones. Lindsay and Zoe were just very dumb, Gwen and Courtney became friends again just to become enemies again, Alejandro was made ridiculous and Mal's villain was just lame. I'm sorry to the ones who disagree with me, but Total Drama All-Stars was just a mediocre mess and I hate it, and it's definitely my worst favorite Total Drama season. Alright, now let's move on. As I said earlier, Total Drama Pakatu Island is definitely a bad season, not as bad as Total Drama All-Stars, but it's definitely the second worst season. I think the main reason for this is because of the generation cast. Yeah, Gen 3 cast definitely sucks because after 2 generations of bad contestants, this generation cast is just awful. Still, it has some good characters, but that's not enough to keep the season good. It was just bad, and here's why. The challenges were far too dangerous to be taken seriously. Sorry, but for my opinion, the dangerous challenges like this are just ridiculous. And this is not the only reason why I hate this season. It's also because, unlike All-Stars, in this season the contestants were getting destroyed by themselves. It still has some good characters like Sammy. If you know my channel, you know how much I love Sammy, but she's one of the only a few characters here who weren't bad. Others like Jasmine and Sean were also good, but the others, they just were made ridiculous. The perfect example for this is definitely Dave. Yeah, if you know my channel, you know that I really like Dave, but right now I'm talking about this season and Dave was just ridiculous in it. He started out hating everyone, then he became a lovebird of Sky, then she betrayed him and he became an annoying simp loser. I still like him, but this season he definitely sucked. But his character just wasn't that bad in my opinion. There are characters who I really hate more, like Rodney, Leonard or even Max. And also Sean was annoying sometimes, but at least his character was good. Yeah, Ella was also good, but only sometimes. Her annoying singing was kinda annoying sometimes, but it's still. But who I hate the most this season is definitely Sugar and Amy. They are garbage. Sorry. Sean, Jasmine and Sammy definitely carried this season. Oh how. Please don't attack me for this, but it's just I don't feel the second season of the reboot as good as the other seasons. It was amazing to see the reboot characters competing once again in a season, but in this season their performance just didn't felt as good as the season 1 of the reboot. This season showed us some very interesting challenges which I really like, and some characters like Caleb got a character development which was awesome, but it's just the story, it just didn't felt so good at all. But this season has one huge major issue, and it's that the relationship between Axel and Reaper. I'm sorry, but from my opinion those two are not born for each other. They hated themselves in the last season, and in this season they just became a couple out of nowhere. I'm sorry, but their relationship is toxic and I hate it before it even started. But what I hate the most is that somehow I always knew that they will become a couple. I was just hoping to be wrong. This is the main reason why I hated this season, because of Axel and Ripper. I still really like this season, it was decent, but it just didn't felt as good as the other seasons. That is it. Now let's move on. I know it's just a spin-off and not a canon to the drama season, but the Redonkulous race, I really like it. Sometimes I forget that this season even exists because it's just a spin-off and nobody talks about it lately, but I really enjoyed it watching because the concept, I just felt it greatly. It was amazing to see a total drama season with new characters who are far better than the third generation cast competing in the amazing race they met season. I really loved the relationship between Emma and Noah because I really loved their characters, and Kitty and Owen were also amazing, I loved them, but something that I really hate, and you may hate me for this, is the ice dancers, because they're just cheaters and I find them as weak villains and I just hate them, sorry but it's true. Another thing that I really love this season is Noah's character development, because before this season Noah was just a sarcastic and weak character who was there just for a background, but in this season his true side shined, and I loved it. Yeah, this spin-off was definitely a great total drama season. Total Drama Action, the second season of the entire series. I honestly cannot say anything negative about this season because it was just amazing and a golden era. I really enjoyed watching our favorite total drama characters competing in the movie challenges and movie gainers, and everything was just amazing. What I love the most is that Harold and Lindsay got their own character developments and their arcs, and that was awesome. Some other characters like Duncan or Lashona were also interesting, and bad kinda. And also Duncan and Courtney were a great couple, and Courtney and Justin's villain arcs were very interesting and I loved them. Well, I have to admit that I was pretty disappointed in the final because it was Beth vs Duncan. The final was definitely random, and I would be enjoying more watching Lindsay vs Harold because they were definitely the stars of this season, and it would be been more interesting to watch, and Lindsay winning would be been a fire. But I still really enjoyed this season, the plot lines were very interesting and everything, and I just cannot say anything negative about it. I love this season. Revenge of the Island was a very interesting total drama season. I'll note it had a lot of radioactive junk, it still was pretty good. I really liked the second generation cast because their performance felt good and they were just amazing. Well, some of them. I really like Zoe and Mike's relationship because it was sweet. Cameron's character development from a bubble boy to a boy human is amazing, and everything just felt good. Also, I really enjoyed Scott as a villain because he's just so threatening, and I cannot say anything negative. I think this season was a masterpiece. From some kind. The first season of the reboot was truly a masterpiece because after 10 years break, Total Drama was finally back in the light that we love, not like Total Drama Rama. The reboot cast was amazing, and it's my favorite cast outside of the first generation cast, because their performance just felt right. Some characters like Nichelle maybe flopped, but others just got an amazing development like Priya or even Millie. I really like Julia and Bowie because they were amazing and they were fighting villains, and some other characters like Emma are really good, and Chase, I don't hate him and I think he was just misunderstood. He wasn't just a bombhead. I think the first season was far better than the second season because the second season story just didn't felt right. Well, in this one the story felt perfectly. The characters were amazing, the challenges were amazing, and everything just felt like Total Drama was back in the light that we love. And everything was just great, and I loved it. The reboot was a huge success and it's one of the only a few reboots of series that we love. It's out of the others. Now let's move on. It's time for the final two. It was hard to choose between Total Drama Island and World Tour because the both seasons had amazing concept and were just amazing, but since I had to choose one for the second place, it definitely goes to World Tour. It was amazing to see two new characters of Alejandro and Sierra because they felt right and it was great to see meet them. Another thing I loved this season is the random locations. Unlike the other Total Drama seasons that take place on island, this season showed us random locations around the world, which was amazing concept and I truly loved it. Also, the elimination order was pretty good because it was amazing to see some characters like Cody having a development and some characters like Alejandro and Heather having a relationship because that was very sweet and amazing. I honestly didn't like a lot the love triangle between Gwen, Courtney and Duncan because it felt kinda ridiculous and had nothing to do with the original plot of the season and that was just kinda bad on my opinion, sorry. But I really enjoyed the drama between characters and everything that happened there, well, unlike some things like Bridget getting stuck to a pole, which was pretty sad to see, and the aftermath episodes were good and everything just felt like this is a great Total Drama season. But if you are choosing number one, this definitely goes to Total Drama Island, the season that started the entire series and journey. It's a classic that no other new thing can beat. Sorry this venture camp, but it's true. This season was just unstoppable, I really like it. The location of the summer camp, the big cast and everything was just perfect masterpiece. This is a true Total Drama season that I enjoyed and it was the first season that I loved and it was just amazing journey. The elimination order was just perfect, it was amazing to see some developments and some characters like Duncan and Gwen make it far and Owen was just a funny guy and Heather being the main villain was unstoppable and everything was just a masterpiece. This season is unbeatable and it's a real classic from the childhood that nothing can beat. This is my favorite Total Drama season and it always will be. Thank you. So yeah, this is my ranking of every single Total Drama season. Hope you enjoyed and see you again in the next video. Thank you for watching this and see you soon. Bye.